Hello, and I am back here on the channel. It is the most groundbreaking, earth shaking noise not making. The man, the myth, the legend. The man who tries to keep his heartbeat silent for the things that he is afraid of in the dark. The most electrifying YouTuber in YouTube entertainment today, Lee Cole IV. Welcome to the channel, y'all. Today I'm doing a special live stream. I am doing a special live stream because I almost forgot something today, guys. I almost forgot something. I almost committed a travesty, and I wanted to apologize for it. There is a franchise. There is a movie that I grew up with. It's one of my first sci-fi experiences. Yeah, actually, this movie was actually first sci-fi experience, even before Blade Runner. Yeah. Oh, going back. Before Blade Runner, before Total Recall, before any of the great sci-fi movies that I would eventually get into, Leviathan, Cocoon, Close Encounters of the Third Kind, E.T. And I know what most people are thinking, these are classic films. What is this film? What is your film that got you into the sci-fi genre? Because I feel like every film, there's a different film that gets you into a different genre. So for instance, first action film, Predator, right? After Predator, in love, and I started watching action movies. You know, first romance film. First romance film, When Harry Met Sally. Hey, Phantom Grove, what's up? This is just an impromptu stream. I am talking about something special, though. Something special. So I was going through, you all know the film that gets you into a particular genre, right? That one film that hooks you for that genre that you are particularly interested in. People say, well, Lee, with sci-fi, there's so many good sci-fi movies to get you into it. I mean, surely Close Encounters for the Third Kind, right? E.T., The Thing, stuff like that. And no, the very first science fiction film that I ever watched. Oh, you are? I look forward to seeing that. The very first science fiction movie that I ever watched. The very first sci-fi movie that got me into the genres. My one defining film would be Alien by Ridley Scott. Alien, to me, is special, and it's coming on its 40th year. And this video and the next set of videos that I do are going to be in celebration of quite possibly one of the most iconic franchise in sci-fi, hands down, period. I will straight up arm wrestle someone for that. Now, people have come to me. Yes, you know what? That, when it's sold right, is a good film. I do agree. That was a very good movie. And I mean, sci-fi is a tough one, right? Sci-fi is a tough one because there's really been great sci-fi entertainment that's come out. But now here's the thing. You always got that film, you always got that thing that you fell in love with. And mine, for me, was Ridley Scott's Alien. Now, some people like Aliens, which I do love that one. That I actually I pretty much love this franchise as a whole. Even the ones people didn't like, I know, Prometheus and the other one, I love those two as what they were. Aliens versus Predator, I don't really consider that canon. That was some kind of weird hybrid thing. I did watch them. I'm not a fan of the original AVP, but I did like Requiem, so. Yeah, slightly earlier black hole. Yeah, those were also really good, but I don't know. For me, it's just Alien. Alien was my first film that I saw as a kid that introduced me into sci-fi. Alien was a film. Alien was a film that got me interested in sci-fi in general, just in general. Now, there's been a lot of debate. They say, who did it better? Was it Ridley or was it Cameron? Now, I respect both. I love James Cameron. I love his Terminator movies that he did a take on. I like that, and I love Aliens. But let's go and talk about, let's discuss, and I'm going to do a series of videos for these. Yes, Aliens is awesome. It's always said the favorite to be the favorite, okay? But I'm going to tell you why I always show so much love to Alien besides the first one. That was the one that started it all, and that's the first one I watched. But I love Alien because there was something, how do I explain it? Aliens, the sequel, Aliens, set a good tone as far as where the franchise could go. It changed the dynamic, and it showed the aliens that they could be an undying, iconic figure, which they have become. I think Alien gave us like a space thriller, basically. Alien established a space thriller. Alien honed in on that fear of not only being isolated, but being isolated with a creature that you have no clue where it is. You don't know what it is. You don't know how to stop it. It could be anywhere. And Ridley Scott, what makes him such a good, and I followed his career, because of course, after Alien, I mean, come on, yeah, I followed the man closely. And his style of writing, the way that he shoots things, Alien was like the magnum opus for Ridley Scott. Alien really showed how well he was. Exactly, fandom girl. And that's what Alien did well. Alien was the horror entry into the film. Now, don't get me wrong. Alien 3 was pretty scary in its own right. Some people like it, some people don't. I'm a fan of all the movies, like I said. And and in celebration, I'm going to be breaking down every one of these films. And just talking about why I like them, what they mean to me. And this video right here, this video is just to give you guys an idea of where I want to go with this, because I want to spread these videos out and let you know why I'm doing this and what this film means to me. Alien is not only important in my life in getting into the horror genre, or even getting into sci-fi, because Alien, and I blame this on my dad, but he is a great guy. But Alien was like one of the first films I've watched as a kid, right? I saw Alien 3 in the theater. Okay, just imagine that. Like, yeah. And Phantom, I'm gonna really break these. I'm gonna really break these down. This video is really highlighting Alien 1, but it's not my breakdown video. I want to do something special for each one. This is my highlight to 40 years, because I didn't realize that we were coming on 40 years. I've got the quad trilogy, which is Aliens, Alien 3, Alien 4. And then I got Alien Requiem. That was my favorite out of the Alien versus Predator. And I've got Covenant and Prometheus, which I will argue to death with people. I liked them. Okay, a lot of people didn't like them. I don't care. I liked Prometheus and I liked Covenant. I thought they were very good. I like Michael Fassbender as an actor. I will arm wrestle you if you challenge me for that. Whoever wants to challenge me out there, okay? I love those films. So no, I understood the problems with them. And this is what I want to do. I want to discuss my contribution to the greatness of Aliens, my contribution to the cinematic world that Aliens has spawned over these 40 years, these films that in my mind, honestly, each of them had their own flaws, but in a sense, each of them also added something tremendous. And where you had universes like Star Wars and things like that that established stuff, Alien never really suffered. Even when people really didn't like Prometheus, they still went to see Covenant, right? Covenant in my mind was a decent film. I liked it. There's something about Aliens that is timeless. Some kind of survivability, something that makes it. Yes, yes, I think they were. Thank you, Phantom Grove. I do think they were good prequels. I really do. I think of it kind of like a Star Wars situation, right? You always got those people who don't like the prequels. You got the prequel defenders, and you got the prequel retractors. But those were kind of like friendly love battle, right? No one was really salty about them. Now you got the new trilogy. No one's salty about those prequels at all now. So, and that's the thing that I love about this franchise that I feel is the one universe that I have that's never been affected. And let me explain to you why. I mean, and some of this is going to be just my thoughts, okay? This is 40 years, so this is just a video on my take on it. And I'm telling you guys why it's special to me. And then I want to go into the different movies. And I'm going to be doing like a detailed breakdown on these films. I'm going to tell you guys what made these movies so special, what made them so magical, why Aliens is the giant that it is, okay? Predator was good, right? Predator was good, but you saw by the new movie. That franchise is, right? Too many movies, fatigue. But Alien is that one series that still makes a comeback and people love it. There's just something about it. Something that you can't put your finger on. It's kind of like the James Bond when I was talking over at the panel with Thomas and them about James Bond films. There was something about how interchangeable James Bond was, right? You could change him to anyone, and how you could change the villains and it just seems to fit. And Alien is the same way. There is something, if you keep that core character the same, right? There's something where you can always have a new crew. You can always have someone discovering it. It's a timeless, parasitic, scary-ass entity that inhabits the universe. And 40 years, just think about that. 40 years. Kind of like coming up like Godfather status, right? Godfather's considered a timeless classic. But all of these films, stayability, that is what the franchise of Alien has. And this is my own love note to the Alien film. These are going to be a series of videos that are my own shout-outs to Alien because it really does hold a special place in my heart. I remember being in the cinema terrified at number 3. Terrified. Now, at the time, everyone goes, oh, 3 isn't that great of a film. But 3 was terrifying if you were like 9 or 10, okay? Staring up at the screen and seeing the dude fall in the fan, right? For the first time and seeing what like knocked him in, right? You see that you see the thing of him being scared, or the doctor talking, right? And the alien drops down, and then right behind the dude, right? The doctor who was addicted to drugs or whatever, and he's talking to Ripley, and he's like, yada yada yada. You think they might have something going on, and then bam, that horrifying drop. That drop is iconic when that creature drops behind you, and it just goes, oh my goodness. Everyone terrified of that, right? That was so scary. It doesn't matter how many times you see that scene. There's something terrifying. And it's moments like this that I want to highlight and point out. And every single film has a moment. Even the new ones. Even the new ones have terrifying moments. And that's what makes this series so great. And everyone said with the series, what do you feel about this? I'm sorry, Phantom. I'm not trying to get you hiding scared in a corner, but that was the highlight of that was sort of the highlight of these movies. That's what these films were about. And I'm sitting back and I didn't even realize it was 40 years. 40-year anniversary. I was sitting back taking a nap. It's been a long day. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, I'm looking, and like, I look past the articles, and there's a 40-year anniversary group of shorts that are coming out, right? And I've seen some of these short videos, and brilliant, by the way. If you haven't checked them out, it's on IGN. I believe the first one is out called Containment, and it's just brilliant. And I'm watching this, getting excited, and then I look at the tagline, and I'm like, wait, 40th year? What? I have celebrated this movie's birthday super secretly before I had a platform to have a voice. I'd make it a day. I'd throw in some popcorn. I'd watch every single Alien movie consistently, like straight marathon. Right, and I probably will do something like that, only broken up because I just don't have that kind of time. But yeah, I've watched them consecutively to celebrate these films and to really recapture what they get. And years later, right? First film was made in 1979. And years later, yes, it does. It does make, there are some times where, look at this gray hair I'm getting in right there. Yeah, sometimes it makes me feel a lot older than I probably am, but I'm still feeling it. And especially talking with these kids, that don't know these classic. And this is why I'm doing this, YouTube. For all 125 subscribers that I have, this is why I'm doing this. And this is why I'm going to make these videos. I want to highlight to you movies that you should be watching. And Alien is a cinematic masterpiece. And I don't think anyone will disagree with me the point on that. Aliens is another masterpiece, okay? Alien 3, I liked it. Yeah, and here's the thing too. Everyone has one movie within this trilogy that they've seen, or quadrilogy. They have a movie that they know of. If you ask anyone, it's so weird. Alien is probably one of the most recognizable franchise. Even kids today, I don't know how. Really don't know how. But kids today know this franchise. It's one of the most recognizable franchises out there, along with the Predator. And the thing that I really like about these films is they're the one set of films that can't really be SJW. They can't be hijacked. Because the world of Alien and the way it was built it's a vehicle for different ideas. Alien, really, it would be hard for you to destroy it. You can't say, oh, I'm going to cast an all-female character. Ellen Ripley was the first female. 79 SJWs, if you want to just do your history here. 1979 was when the original Alien movie premiered in the theaters. 79. And who played the protagonist, the hero of the piece? Sigourney Weaver, one of arguably probably the best old school actresses that I know. embodied, embodied a strong, powerful female character. 79, 1979. She was laying down the foundation, and all these SJWs are claiming Captain Marvel. Said no. Ripley started strong female characters, and I'm sure you could probably go back and find another one, but for me, thank you, fandom. For me, Ellen Ripley was the first stab at a strong. Ellen Ripley was one of the first strong female characters that I ever laid my eyes on. She was amazing. Sigourney Weaver in that role. If you want to talk about a character that grows and develops through 4 movies, it's astonishing. It's amazing. It even in 3, which most people didn't like, still the character growth is there. This woman, it's like this character is part of her biology. Like they say that actors and actresses are born to play certain characters, and they know the role. Christopher Reeves, Superman, right? And Christopher Reeves did a lot of other great characters. Okay, he did a lot of other great films, but he will always be remembered as the original Superman, right? You have actors that get a certain role, and whether they want to or not, they embody everything that character is. And there is a reason why you don't have a modernization of Ellen Ripley, because no one wants to touch that mantle, okay? No one wants to try to do what Sigourney Weaver did with this character. Ellen Ripley is a timeless hero in my book. Ellen Ripley, her legacy, at least to me, started a strong female character. Every aspect of the movie, and I'll be diving more deep into this when I do my review on Alien, but every aspect that makes Ellen Ripley, right? Everything that Sigourney Weaver put in that film, it was amazing. It was brilliant. She loved that character, and you can tell. She loved that character, and the directors respected the character. Even when you went from Alien to Aliens, and Cameron picked up that mantle and ran with it. Cameron loved the character. Cameron respected the characters, and respected enough that they would that he would keep them preserved the way that they were and add to the dynamic. This was the 70s and the 80s, man, when filmmaking was great. When filmmaking was on the ball. And when these guys, where you had these great directors, these great visionaries, trailblazing, especially in sci-fi. Oh my goodness. Science fiction was trailblazed in like 70s, 80s. In that era, you had so much good science fiction. But mine is this movie. And these series that I'm going to do, these are a love note and a thank you to the film. Yes, she's always been a strong woman. She's always been a strong female character. And I love the series, and I love everything that the series has brought to a vast group of people. I love the movies. I love Ellen Ripley in general. And what she meant for the strong female character. And it's sad that Hollywood chooses to bury these heroes and doesn't really. They should be bringing more to the forefront of how important this movie is. I mean, 40th anniversary. I'm just saying, 40 years. This film is considered one of the most iconic films of all time. Just think about that. This movie has 40 years survivability. People still care about this film 40 years later. Just like with the original Star Wars and even the prequels, right? This is a movie and a franchise that people care about all these years later. And I'm going to do my best to highlight and bring to you guys how special these films are for me. So this was meant to be a quick little vid on just a brief overview of Aliens, why I'm covering this, why I'm so excited. But I got a lot of feelings about this film. This movie is very personal to me. I saw this movie back in the day. I loved it. I loved what Ripley meant. Ripley, I did not even see her. I don't even see the role really as male or female. I mean, even though she's a female character, I see her as a strong person, more or less. And Ripley resonates with everyone because she is a strong individual in general. You know, strong female, yes, and a great role model for females, but just in general, as a person, Ellen Ripley, to me, what she stood for is so iconic and so important for kids to really know that this is your strong character. She went through things as a female, but she also went through things as a human, and she went through things as a person. She lost people and she came back from it. She dealt with horrendous circumstances and came back from it. And I think that is what's timeless about this. Ellen Ripley is an encompassing hero for everyone. For everyone. Not just males, but females. I mean, everyone. And I really love the character. So in close, this is, we'll say, the intro, the prologue into what I'm going to do for these films. But I'm going to highlight each and every movie. I'm going to take you through every movie. And when we get to the ending of this whole entire thing I plan on doing, then I'm going to sum up with a kind of an end, kind of bookend to this, just telling where I would like the franchise to go in the future, different things that I've heard or that are in the pipeline, and what you think as a whole. So thank you very much. This is the beginning of my love letter. Thank you, Fandom. I really appreciate having you there in the chat, listening to me talk. But this is a subject that I'm really passionate about. This is a film that I really love. So thanks for hanging in there with me. Anyways, this is video number 1. Consider this the intro, the prologue. I will be coming to you next with Alien, the original. I'm going to deep dive and break it down. I'm going to go into the nitty gritty, give you guys some facts and things like that. So I'm going to do something special for every one of these videos. I really am, in celebration of what this film is and what it means to me. So until that video comes out, remember, I'm actually going to leave you with a different tagline. I'm going to do something different. Thank you, Fandom. I really appreciate you being in this stream. You're wonderful. So I am going to do something different every single time that I exit out of these, just for this, just for the Alien franchise. I am going to say something from a film. So this is Lee Cole, and if you like this video, please hit that subscribe button. If you are new to the channel, please hit that melee, show me some love, let me know that I'm doing a good job, or just give me a thumbs down if you don't like my video. Let me know if I'm not putting out good quality. I will fix it for you. But until the next time, I leave you with this tagline: in space, nobody can hear you scream.